lot of fun, especially when we get to do it in front of a home crowd.
Yeah, having like one last time in the Huntsman for the season, and having a great meet on top of it, it was a good time.
I enjoyed every moment of it, seeing all the smiles on everyone's face.
Yeah, I mean, floor has been one of our strongest events this year, so we were really happy when we found out we were starting on floor, because we were just going to hold nothing back and just do exactly what we've been doing in practice and in competition.
Yeah, I was kind of not expecting how it was going to go, because just having like a lot of adrenaline like on an event we usually end with, I figured we would still do well, but I just wasn't really sure what to expect, and so when we went one after another and hitting our routines like we always do, just was great and got us pumped up for the rest of the meet and to finish off with another 3 strong events.
Missy, can you talk about that being routine?
Yeah, basically I've hit every part of that routine, just never all at once. So you know, the first half went well, and I was just trying not to get ahead of myself and get too excited, and just kind of do what I've been doing in practice, and it paid off, so felt good.
So good. Gave me chills.
Do you guys feel like you're kind of peaking right at the right time?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we've just kept going up and up since, I think since senior night, which is a good time to be peaking. You know, that's what your goal is to do your best meets at the end of the year. So yeah, I think we're peaking at the right time. Going into nationals, I think we all feel really good and really confident.
I think we started off like the season super strong, and then we kind of dwindled a little bit in the middle, and so I think we've been picking it back up, and we've been super motivated to finish off the season really well and to do well at nationals, so we're excited about how we've been doing.
Especially after Pac-12s, the
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah.
It's a burden. It's a
Yeah.
burden. We're ready to just go out there and just, you know, kill it like we've been wanting to all season.
Missy, how has your confidence grown all season long?
Tremendously. I think like every meet, like hitting a routine, and it just adds to the past meets, and you know, at this point in the season, my practices have been going super well, and competition routines are being put together, so I think I'm just getting I believe in myself more and more every meet, and I think it's showing.
How big of a boost is it to perform in front of a home crowd like this, especially during regionals, and how do you translate that to St. Louis on the road for nationals?
Well, we always have a big crowd that travels with us. So, I mean, even being here for regionals and having that big fan base has been awesome, but I know that they'll be there and supporting our backs in St. Louis as well. So I feel like we'll have a really good fan base, and it'll still be a great competition.
Yeah, we always get a pretty good showing at nationals, so it's always fun. They have their own special T-shirts and
Yeah,
just
I
one
love that.
section dedicated to Utah, and so it's fun.
Yeah, nationals is so fun because, yeah, like Missy said, they always wear like T-shirts, and you know, they stand out in the crowd, and it's fun to have. There's like a lot of them that come.
Yeah.
Like 200 or something like that. It's so cool.
Usually an entire section is filled with Utah.
McKenna, you're just grinning from ear to ear.
Yeah.
What are your emotions tonight?
Just so happy. I'm just so proud of everybody on the team. Yeah, I mean, that's all I can say is just so proud. And, like, we just put everything, I mean, we had a few mistakes, but for the most part, we put everything together, and we competed like we practiced. So, yeah, just happy that everybody was able to go out and do what they've been practicing.
Anything else for the girls?
McKenna, who was smooching you on the podium?
Oh, that's my husband.
Nice benefit, huh?
Yeah, that was cool to have, like, we had a bunch of husband and boyfriends leading the team, so it was cool to see him down there. We didn't really get to talk to him, but you know, it was cool to see him like across this arena.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Somebody else get married I didn't know? Husbands?
Well, just husband. Just me.
Jeez.
Thanks.
You guys gotta let me know when you're gonna do that. They don't really have to let me know. I was just joking. I don't really dig into their personal life. Oh. Does anybody have a score sheet, or do we not have those ready yet? Thank you. Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. All right. Thanks, Holly.
Can you talk about that start on floor?
Wow. Yeah. Start on floor, incredible. They, the one thing we talked to them about was sometimes when you're starting a meet, when I was watching warm-ups, I was a little bit, whoa, what are they doing? Because a couple of them were doing some things that are a little uncharacteristic. And I just told them to breathe a little bit. And the term that I coined was controlled aggression. I thought they had a good did a good job of controlled aggression out there. And to win floor, first rotation, 49-6, obviously we're really pleased with that.
Overall, to go into the Nationals with that score, pretty happy with that?
Yeah, it's 197.5 is kind of what we've been clipping at for a long time. I actually think we're within a quarter of a tenth of our regional qualifying score. That's kind of what where we're at right now. Obviously, with the 4-panel judging, the biases, sometimes they're there, or whatever, or the angles or things like that. Their observation, their optics they're looking through is different. And with the 4-panel, we thought it was pretty fair out there, and a well-judged event. We also feel that we left some tenths out on the table. We had some score-building opportunities on beam. With Kari going down, which was very uncharacteristic. And then on bars, I felt like they were trying to place their dismounts there instead of letting them fly. One of the things we really focus on in practice is to use their swing to put them in a position to come up and down and land and stick. We had 5 out of 6 sticks at Pac-12s, and tonight we only had 3. So that was a little disappointing, and obviously those are glaring 2 tenths.
We saw Sydney back in the beam lineup tonight. What was the thought process with that, and then how did you think she handled
Well, Megan coaches beam, and obviously we were watching the beam workouts between Alexia and Sydney. And Alexia's knee, she has a little strain in her PCL, and we don't think she was quite training to 100% the way she wanted to and as confidently. We watched it, made the decision yesterday, moving with Sydney. Felt it was a better decision, and Sydney did a nice job up there. She had 2 mistakes in her beam routine. One of them was because she was being aggressive, which was a switch, her lead pass, and then the other one was because she was being a little cautious. And so after the balance beam, I just said, hey, we'll let the one slide because you're being aggressive and you're making little mistakes. That's okay. But the second mistake, when it's a full turn, and I know you've only done 10,000, but you try to make it perfect. You just got to do it. Be aggressive and determined on that skill.
How was it to see Missy do that beam routine, especially after Sydney and Kari's mistakes? And it was her season high again, like it was at Pac-12s.
It was clutch. Yeah, Missy had a nice night out there. She's doing a great job. We've always believed in Missy. I've recruited Missy out of Brick Township, and I always knew that Missy has this capability and this ceiling to be incredible in all the events. But for her to go out there with that demeanor, I mean, she just had that fire in her eyes, and it was like there was no way she was just going to go up there and nail that beam routine. It was stunning. I think it won. Did it win tonight? Yeah. So that was clutch for the team, and everybody kind of embraced that moment and then keep marching on.
Looking back to the beginning of the season and then coming forward to now,
Yeah.
have you progressed to the point that you thought you would? Are you kind of where you thought you'd be? Are you ahead of the curve, or how did you think where you'd be at this point in this, as far as the gymnast routines and their progression?
They're really strong. I mean, we're doing gymnastics with nobody's having any physicality problems, so they're physically very strong. I feel like they're fit right now, and we're really happy with that. We're really close to our potential. I feel like we're in stride. We look good. We look pretty confident, but we don't have that confidence. Every single kid, every single routine, that's just undeniable yet. We're close, and we're going to work on that. We got another week and a half. We're going to roll our sleeves up, and we're going to go to work at the Dumpkey.
Are you going to approach this lead up to nationals different than you approached regionals? We've been very careful with we're a little unusual because we're using 4 all-arounders. So it's almost as if every athlete on our team is equally unequal, right? Everybody in this room is equally unequal. It's the way it is. So what we're doing with the 4 is a little different training scenario than what we're doing with the athletes that are, Tiffany's doing 3 events and then the 4 all-arounders. So we're training them a little bit different than the other ones, but we're still doing strength and cardio and the things that we need to do to keep them super strong. We're doing all that the same. Some of the number stuff are varying just a little bit. I didn't get ahead of myself too much. I looked at flights only once. I looked at the bracket only once and then memorized it. I think we start in the evening session on bars, if I'm remembering correctly. So I don't even do practice like plans until like tonight. We will start thinking about practice plans. Then on Monday, Robert and Megan and I will collaborate together and we'll come up with a good plan for the next week and a half of training.
So far, there haven't been any upsets in the regionals. Can you just talk about the field in general?
I thought I heard Michigan got upset.
Okay.
Yeah, Georgia went on.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Georgia moved through. Yeah. No, based on the little bit that I saw in terms of scores, Oklahoma led the way with a 198 even, and then there was I think LSU was pretty mid to high 197.
Florida was too.
And Florida was too, and then the rest of us are just kind of the 1 seeds are sitting in that mid range of 197. So it's going to be a battle, and take nothing for granted, and that's what we're going to do.
You guys will compete with Oklahoma in the next meet. Do you kind of see that kind of, with them being the top team?
Yeah.
I kind of think they'll push your team a bit.
Yeah, that's inspiring. Yeah, that's where we want to be. So we're recruiting and coaching to be at the top. So, but it's a process, right? It's a process, and if we can get these guys just to have that commanding confidence on every single routine, I